What's up, YouTube? It's QahirTheConqueror here. Welcome back to my channel for yet again another video. Before I get started with this video, I would like to say if you enjoy this video and if this video helps you in any way, please drop a like on it and subscribe to my channel. It would help me a lot and I would really appreciate it. The theme of this video, a word, a phrase that came to my mind was divine timing. Divine timing. Let's break that phrase down. Divine means it's something obviously, kind of like supernatural or from a celestial presence or being, from something omnipotent or basically bigger than us. Timing, it's measured time. What is meant for you will come. To be honest, I even think that's the case sometimes if you don't even do anything. If you're just complacent and stagnant and stuff like that, I have seen what is meant for you will come. I don't mean you're going to get some huge break in life and some, billion-dollar check mailed to you, or some supermodels going to knock on your door. Let's not think silly, remember. But I've seen people who, weren't putting in work like that or, going after certain things. And, when it was the proper time, things came to them. But one thing I have really come to understand, and you can find all kinds of people talking about this on the web, you can't control timing. The most that you can control is yourself and making sure that you put yourself in the right position so that way you're in the right atmosphere so that you can align with divine timing. But you can't control when it's your time. And that is something that I have really come to experience and learn, because in my life within the last couple of years, there were certain things and certain even material items or even certain responsibilities and certain things, many things that I'm not going to waste time mentioning, that I wanted when I was, like a teen. I wanted maybe when I was like close to like becoming a young adult. I wanted a few years ago. I might even want some things now that, to be honest, I'm not truly ready for, or it is not the proper time. And the reason why I believe in divine timing is because, number one, I have learned that, as I mentioned, you're not in really control of that. So there are some things, and as you know, probably from listening to my channel, I do believe in a higher power. I believe that if we do the little part that we have to do, and we strive consistently each and every day to the best of our ability towards goals, that we will eventually reach them. But there sometimes needs to be a divine timing. When you open the Holy Quran, one of the first things, if not the first, that is mentioned, that is stated, is I am the best knower. That's one of the first things, if not the first, that you come across when you read that book. And God is telling us that He is the best knower. So, as I mentioned, and it's stated in that book, we are hasty beings. We want stuff now. We love convenience. And that's okay. We're impulsive and things like that. But there are some things that you're not ready to handle. There are certain things that you're not ready to maintain and to sustain, and that could do more harm to you than it could do more good if it was given to you before you're ready. And it doesn't mean that that is always, because let's think about it. There are people who are 13, 16, 8, maybe 19 in this new digital age. It's not like a snap of a finger, but there are people very young walking into exorbitant sums of money. They are getting paid, and you don't really know what they're going through because you don't even know what money does to people, what money does to families and stuff like that, that haven't even always had money. And even some of the families that do have money like that, money changes dynamics of relationships and things like that. Let's say if it's meant for you to become wealthy, there is a proper time that you're supposed to go into, and then you'll essentially walk into your blessings. That's why I've learned to stop chasing things, because when you chase, you're forcing and you're not attracting. All you have to do to attract is to be yourself. You're a magnet to whatever it is that is meant for you, because it will come. People, they will find you, or you'll find them, and you'll attract to one another. And I don't just mean romantic. The money is out there, but if you chase it, it's gonna run from you. You're always gonna spend your time chasing money. When it is the proper time, you'll likely understand why you didn't get certain things, or why things didn't go your way or align, if you recollect back to points in times where you felt like it was close, or you felt like you were there, or you felt like you wanted it then. You, if you're wise enough, will understand that, like, man, if I had gotten that thing back then, I would have ruined it, or it would have ruined me. I would have ruined myself. Like, I'm just gonna speak for myself. If I had made $5 million when I was like 17, that probably would have made me into a monster, just because, like, you don't need that money at that age. So the decisions that you'll make, and, you know, just where your mindset and stuff is, like, it won't always necessarily be beneficial to get certain things ahead of the proper time, because if you're not ready to handle it, if you're not ready for that responsibility, if you're not ready to be able to maintain that, then it'll disappear. That is why I believe it's so important to just take a step back and just understand that, like, if you do your part each and every day to the best of your ability, control today. Prepare for tomorrow, but don't worry about tomorrow. Don't stress over it, because what's meant for you will come again at the proper time. And if you're aligning with what is meant for you, then things will start to click. It feels like magic, but you'll walk directly into your blessing and what was meant for you. And it'll feel like magic, I'm telling you, but it's not. You just continue to prepare, you continue to attract, you continue to be yourself, you continue to work towards whatever it is, and now you're in a position to be able to maintain it, to appreciate it more, to be able to handle it, and the responsibility that comes. So don't worry about necessarily stressing out over the future, and that's big coming from me, because that's all I do is think. I'm in my head way too much, but I'm thinking and stressing about the future, when it's like, number one, you'll blow past the present. You won't enjoy it. You'll wake up and look up, and 5-10 years went by, and you're like, I didn't even enjoy that. And I'm not necessarily saying that's me, but that's kind of how you'll feel. And when it's meant for you, it's gonna come. It's not gonna run away from you. There's love out there. There's money out there. There's opportunities out there. There's responsibilities out there. There's the material stuff out there. Some of that stuff you can pay for, you can buy. Some of that stuff you can't, but it's out there. There's no shortage of anything. It's just your mind makes you think that certain things are scarce when they are not. To summarize, what I want to reassure to you is that I am very confident in the fact that if it's meant for you, it'll come. What is meant for you is there. I don't mean it's floating on some spaceship and it's gonna drop down. I don't mean silly stuff like that, but I mean, let's say you want to become a high position in a company. Okay, well, you work at the company and you put the work in, you make the proper connections and relationships, and then you prove to them that you're somebody that can handle more responsibility, and you continue to do that. And then you stay and you bide your time and you make the company better and better and better. You impact the workplace that you're in more and more each and every day. They kind of would be fools not to look at you and go, let's consider this person. And then you get in the proper social groups, so that way you can start making the connections on that aspect of it. And then by the time you look up, you're walking into that position, but you didn't just poof into anything, you put the work in. But it's not necessarily going to happen year one. It might not happen day one. Whatever it is that you want or need, or you're trying to manifest, or you aspire to achieve and accomplish and get, it likely is probably going to happen. So stop stressing over when. Just live, exist, do your part. And then when you walk into that blessing, you'll realize, you know what? I wasn't even really ready for it then. I wasn't prepared for it then. I couldn't have handled it then. I wouldn't have appreciated it then. So everything kind of aligned how it was supposed to. And that makes it so much more impactful because you're like, wow, I give it to the creator. Whatever you give it to is up to you. But something or someone or some entity was really looking out for me in my best interest because there's nothing else that could explain it. Divine timing is real. Just make sure you understand that if it's meant for you, it'll come. Don't chase, attract. Thank you. Stay tuned. See you for the next one.